Hi, this is Langerman from Violin.live, helping you along your musical journey. In this video, we're going to talk about the bow rocking exercise and how to use it to get a really good catch of the string when playing bow strokes like Martele and Colle. Now, some of you are probably wondering, what am I talking about? What is bow rocking? And what does it have to do with catching the string? And bow rocking is it's an exercise for the bow taken from Paul Rolland pedagogy. The idea is to move the arm kind of like this, like a salt shaker, like you're sprinkling salt on something. And notice when I do this, I'm gonna do it first without the violin to show you. And you can try this too. If you hold the tip of the bow, notice how my arm, it creates a little seesaw effect. So if you imagine that my forearm is a seesaw from the elbow to my hand, and the fulcrum would be right here, right around there. And if you notice that the elbow, it goes up as the hand goes down and vice versa. So it's like a cyclic motion like this. And you can practice it first without the violin like this, and then you can try it at the tip of the bow. It's meant to be a silent exercise, but you might get some small sounds. And you can also try it by hooking the bow on the pinky like this. And when you practice this, try to get your shoulder to relax as you do this. And what you're gonna discover is that your arm is going to find a good balance. Now, when we try this on the string, I'll put it in different parts of the string. You can try this in the upper half like this, and then you can also try it on the balance point. Now, when you try it on the balance point, you might notice that the natural weight of your arm starts sinking into the string without actually putting extra effort. So a lot of times when we practice bow strokes like Martele and Colle, a common mistake, it's a common pitfall that I fell into many times, and I've catch myself not to do it. And I see a lot of students doing too, is to push really hard with the index finger. And that actually puts a lot of pressure on the upper arm. So the idea is to learn how to put natural weight into the string, into the bow, and then the bow transfers the weight into the string. Without any extra tension involved. And a lot of times that tension goes into the shoulder, and that creates all kind of bowing problems, and then eventually the right arm affects the left arm, and it becomes a whole cycle of tension. So going back and forth between being on the string and off the string, and then once you find it at the balance point, and you might need to also experiment where your elbow is in relation to your hand. For me, I try to keep it around the same level. And you can try it on other strings as well. So right away, by default, if you get a good balance, your bow has already caught the string, you have a good catch. And to get a good Martele bow stroke, we need a catch and release. So you can practice Martele like this now, and then do it again to do an up bow, do the bow rock, again bow rock. So it's like an extra exercise added to practice the catch. Now, I have also seen exercises in order to get the catch that are a little different, where instead of doing the bow rock, you kind of do a little up bow and down bow like this to kind of push the string up and down. This works for some people, but for me, I noticed when I do it, sometimes it creates a little tension in the bow thumb. If it works for you, that's great, but I found for me, the bow rocking actually was the best solution to catch the string with minimal tension, without overpronating the hand, and also without tensing up here, without also pushing too much with the index finger. So we'll do it now on the scale. So let's say, I don't know, G major scale, you could do any scale you want. So let's go from the balance point to the upper half. So you first rock the bow, and then Martele, rock the bow, next note, rock the bow. So the rocking is like the preparation, and you can do up to 3 octaves. Now you might notice when you do it on the E string, I'll do an A major scale up the E string, you'll notice that because the string is lower, the arm at a lower level, you'll have to feel that balance a little bit different, and be careful that you don't put too much bow weight. But actually, because of this arm level, if you put the natural weight down, it should be just the right amount without doing anything extra. So prepare, prepare, and this one I could do better. There. So now you can also do something very similar with Colle. So the only difference in this case between Colle and Martele is with Colle we'll actually do a little bit more finger action added, and we'll actually lift the bow off the string. So you can take Kreutzer 7 for example, and you can do Kreutzer 7 with either Martele or Colle, and you can do it in different parts of the bow. So if I do it in the upper half, bow rock, place the bow, rock, place the bow. Notice when I place the bow, I place it down very slowly and controlled. So this is another thing. When you place the bow, especially in the upper half, we want to move the bow and the arm like this all together. So because if the bow goes first, it's going to bounce. So we want from the arm, the hand and the bow all move together. Rock the bow, Colle. So that's how slow we practice it. And go back to the balance point, you can do the same thing. And now it's much easier to do Colle and Martele and without pushing extra into the string. Give this exercise a try. Let me know how it goes in the comment section below. And also think about what sections in your repertoire this can be a helpful tool for you to practice. Let me know what you're working on. Okay, until next time, happy practicing.